I didn't want it to end in a way with Drogstones. Oh, okay, this got good real quick. Bit of a jazzy nightmare. Ooh, she's typing. Hopefully she's writing new lyrics. Vogue-esque visuals. Can't go wrong with a wind machine. Hey Eurovision fans, it's Tom coming to you from Shanghai, back for another Eurovision reaction video. Tonight I'm going to be reacting to the Polish national final. There's 10 songs competing for one spot in Turin. I'm going to listen and react to all entries and see which one I think could do well. So, let's kiki. As always, you can use the progress bar if you want to skip to one of the particular 10 songs I'm reviewing today. This is the first time I'm doing a Polish national final review on my channel. They've been internally selecting recently. I am still receiving therapy after the nightmare that was the 2016 Polish national final, where Margaret had an absolute dumpster fire of a performance. Probably the most prestigious choking in Eurovision history. I'm still scarred from the whole thing. Coming back to the Polish national final is always slightly traumatic. In fairness, the Polish people didn't do anything wrong. She absolutely flopped. She was top of the odds before that, and then ended up Michael Spack very deservedly won because he had a great performance. But yeah, funnily enough, Poland are back at the top of the odds again. That was the last time they were at the top. They've been up as high as 2. I am aware that one of these songs is quite popular. I am aware which one it is. I'm going to leave a little bit later, probably my 7th or 8th song. Luckily a friend has just sorted them out for me, so I'm kind of mixing up between slow and fast songs because there's no draw out for the show yet. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm not going to say the title of the show. It's way too long, and when you translate it, it's extremely embarrassing. Something along the lines of "We Make Hits" or something. Super cringe. Top of the to-do list, change the name of your national contest. Just terrible. What were they thinking? Anyway, hopefully the quality of the songs is better than the quality of the name of the show. First up, let's gonna go to, I am going to react mostly to official music videos. If I'm talking about an official music video but you're not watching it, it means that it's been copyrighted and taken down. There's not much I can do about it. What I'll most likely do is just put in a picture instead, and I'll be talking about what's happening in the video. Nah, it's annoying, but that's infuriating copyright in the last 2 years, which has been taken over by copyright robots. I don't think most of these people even care. They've just programmed some annoying robots to do this. Anyway, I can't go on a rant because I'm gonna have to listen to 10 Polish songs and I don't want to use up all my mental stamina. Okay, so first up we've got Daria. This song is called Paranoia. When I Know My Secret, bang. Strike one, your lies. I'm so tired of them feeling my head. Okay. Looks like we're gonna have a proper music video. Ooh, she's got a wind machine. Can't go wrong with a wind machine. Okay, we're getting bop vibes. This feels like a classic build-up. It's all gonna come down to the pop drop. What is the pop drop? Yeah, that's alright. That looks a little bit like bin bags, I'm gonna be honest, on the wall. Okay, it's growing a bit actually. I don't know if it's gonna grow into something that I'm gonna really like, but it's fine. There's nothing wrong with this at all. That song, Ba Ba Baby, Ba Ba Baby. Oh no! Does that sound like Scooch? What was that British group who absolutely flopped in 2000 and oh, it was ages ago? Gemini, Bye Bye Baby. That reminded me a little bit of that. Anyway, back to the song. Ooh, she's typing. Hopefully she's writing new lyrics. Those contact lenses are really creepy. Yeah, I think what a song like this ultimately comes down to is you gotta build up and then it comes into the pop drop. And the pop drop is either very successful or it's not. And the pop drop, it's somewhere in the middle of the road. It's not particularly successful. But it's definitely not bad. And I like the kind of acting classes that she took before she did this music video. Ooh, I quite like this bridge. That's quite pretty. I can't stop thinking about Bye Bye Baby by Gemini. What a card crush that was. Ooh, she's eating very dark chocolate or paint. Yeah, this still sounds we're somewhere in the first or second third of the song. This doesn't sound like the climax of the song at all. Yeah, fine. Okay, start. A little bit upbeat, a little bit boppy. I'm sure there'll be a couple of fans for that. That did almost nothing for me. Let's go to the next song. Let's go for some Ania, Byrcyn. She's saying Dokąd? What? She's asking something. What is she asking? Is she saying, what the hell is with the title of this national final? Okay, here we go. Dokąd. I actually should look up what Dokąd means first before we go in. Dokąd means where, as in where on earth did they get that awful name for the show. Okay, it's Ania, Wanna Know My Secret Bang. Ooh, she's sponsored. Okay, straight into a ballad. That is a... Ooh, she makes Polish sound very pretty. Not that Polish isn't normally pretty, but she makes it sound very pretty. She like enunciating very clearly. Ooh, and there's something happening in this music video. Ooh, I like these tableaus. They're very evocative. And that is a very pretty violin. Ballads always have a little bit of an uphill struggle because they need to try and absorb people in at the start, and this isn't doing a bad job. Okay. I'm enjoying it so far. Gosh, that sounds very... That crescendoing violins in the background sounds super familiar. I can't remember where. It's got a nice bit of drama to it. And she looks... Yeah, I like these very clean, almost like Vogue-esque visuals. It's very sharply photographed. It's very thoughtful, and yeah, I like this so far. I have absolutely no idea what she's saying, but I'm interested to know what she's saying, which is a good indicator. They got sticks, lots of interpretive dancing. Yeah, gosh, it sounds like a former entry. I can't put my finger on which one, but it's got a very... feels like an emotional song. Yeah, they got a woman breastfeeding. I'm pretty sure they almost had some lesbians hanging up clothes. God, oh, it sounds... The vocal is incredibly familiar. Please tell me it's a Eurovision song. These soft vocals at the start and at the end are really, really pretty. When was the last time we had a song in Polish that I can remember? Outside of Junior Eurovision, of course. Poland are very, very strong in Junior Eurovision, my God. Okay, I actually really enjoyed that. I thought it was very pretty. It had an elegant quality to it. I'm sorry I kept hopping on about it. Really, really, really reminded me of a former entry. Someone is going to come and save me and write in the comments and tell me what did it remind me of from Eurovision. That's going to drive me crazy if I don't work it out. But yeah, I enjoyed that. She looked very pretty. All the tableaus were very sharp, and something was happening, and I didn't understand fully what it is, but I still enjoyed it even though I didn't fully understand what was going on. It felt like it had a meaning behind it and a little bit of thought and purpose. So that was really great. What a great start so far. No wows yet, but still nice quality. And one thing I do have to say is that Poland is one of the countries that I do feel a little bit irked at sometimes because their junior Eurovision entries tend to be better than their adult Eurovision, which I think is a little bit criminal. Like that song Superhero from 2019, was it 2019? Yeah, was really, really, really properly excellent. No, I think that was 2020 actually. I think they went ahead with junior Eurovision even with COVID. That was just fantastic. That would have done really well in adult Eurovision. I do think I'm gonna have the same thing with Armenia as well, because Armenia just won Junior Eurovision. If they have a worse song as their adult song, I'm gonna be pissed at them. So it's not just Poland, but Poland and Armenia do very, very well in Junior Eurovision. Okay, let's go to someone different. It's Lidia Kopania. Why does it hurt? It's the first suggestion. YouTube, it knows what I want. I literally just had to type in Lidia and it gave me the right thing. Okay, we have a lyric video this time. That's good. That shouldn't get copyrighted. And she looks like she's thinking about something. Again, there's Lidia. Why does it hurt? Wanna know my secret bang? Oh my God, that starting broke my heart. Jazz and me, we don't get on. But I will hear her out. Got me like ah-oh. Okay. Yeah, lyrics aren't breaking any new ground. Hurts so good. Okay, we are starting to get a little bit of Eurovision cliches. Hurts so good. What a strange lyric. Feels like a black sheep lyric amongst the rest of them. Oh, I don't know if I can take 3 verses of this. It's fun as background music. It feels fillery. It feels like filling in like padding or something. Musical padding. And the lyrics are terrible. Come on, the lyrics are just... How many songs do we need about this topic? I'm starting to prepare the next song. Okay, that was a slightly bit of Jazzy Nightmare. I did actually listen to the whole song, but honestly I was looking up the next song. This is like my new thing. Instead of skipping the song, I'm just like leaving on the background in case anything happens while I'm just preparing the next song, because I had such a nightmare after I skipped A Mama from the Spanish national final. What a headache that was. I think it actually would have benefited from being in Polish, because I wouldn't have understood what the lyrics was. I'm like, ooh, maybe this is mysterious jazz, instead of hearing all these kind of like just not even Eurovision cliches, just musical cliches. Anyway, let's go to the next person. It's Karolina Lizer. She's talking about Czysta woda, which means pure water, clean water. Hopefully that's not like an ethnic cleansing type thing. Okay, this is like a place to jump. Maybe she's sponsored by Brita Filters. Karolina Lizer. She's also got the Bum Bum Orchestra, which in English sounds very naughty. Wanna know my secret bang? Ooh, tickly guitars. Picture of swans. A pretty picture of swans in the Polish colours. Sounds sleep-inducing, but in fairness, it's 11:15. Oh, it's not sleep-inducing. Oh, it has that Eastern European brass-sounding sound that Beirut did. I don't know if you know Beirut. It's an American artist, Zach Condon. He had an album called Gulag Orchestra. That's the same orchestra of the Bum Bum Orchestra. Yeah, okay. I love this sound. It is very Eastern European for me. Kind of Slavic, Czech, Slovakia, Poland. That's kind of what I associate this noise with. That's probably wrong, but that's what I associate with. But yeah, melodically, I love the idea of a song like this and this sound. But it needs to be with a better melody. I suppose, what's her face? Donatan and Cleo slightly did this. They had that beautiful bridge in their 2014 entry. Okay, I'm not hating it. I am a little bit waiting for it to be over. Yeah, look, it's very pleasant. Actually, I really like this type of instrumental. It is a little bit too background noisy. I'm not picking out that definite hook or that melody that's really grabbing me. This mix-up on peso is very pretty. We're going back to what we had at the start, that plucky guitar. Ooh, we got a minute left. Okay, Joy. If you are into this type of music, you definitely need to check out that album, Gulag Orchestra by Beirut. Their first album was their best, and the later ones weren't as good. I think that was the first concert I ever went to, Beirut. I went to it when I was in Lyon in France. Nice climax at the end. Really pretty. Feel I needed this earlier though. I needed this crescendo to have started earlier. Maybe like this at 50% after the second verse. Yeah, as a concept, I'm very much on board with that sound with that intensity earlier on and a better melody. I would love someone to come back and redo that. We don't hear that often. I haven't really heard that sound since that artist that I've referenced several times. So I would love someone to come with that. We have had it in Eurovision before. That kind of, I suppose Lautar from Moldova also kind of had that sound as well. Is it Gulag Orchestra is the name of it? I'm not sure that genre of music. Kind of folky. But yeah, I mostly enjoyed that. Okay, next up we have Głośniej decybele. I can't speak Polish, so my Polish pronunciation is going to be terrible. It means louder than decibels. It's by a group called Unmute. I think I've heard that this is something to do with sign language. It looks very short. I've only got 1 minute 43 here. So I don't know if they're going to go for a song in sign language with no lyrics. Anyway, this is Unmute. Wanna know my secret bang? Okay, yeah. Okay, so it's a sign language song with an instrumental background. Is there subtitles? Okay, there is subtitles in Polish. So if you want to know what they're talking about, it's risky. They're making a point, I'm sure, but if you're realistically, it's gotta have to have super strong melody, and this melody isn't strong. This melody wouldn't be strong even with words over it. Yeah, the idea is it's interesting, I suppose. You know, Poland have had disabled athletes. I'm thinking of the Paralympics. Disabled artists before with Monica in 2017. Yeah, I don't know. It's, as a concept, I like it, and obviously, it's interesting to have like a different viewpoint. But I don't like. I'd be on board with it as a concept, but it just needs a better melody. Like if they had a good melody and they were signing, I'd have no problem with that. But the melody just sounded kind of like slightly messy, industrial, kind of a little bit techno music. I suppose if you're a Polish person watching this, then you've got the subtitles, so you know what they're talking about. Maybe they're making a significant point. On the plus side, it was short, so this video will be a little bit shorter. Okay, let's go to Move by Karolina something, featuring Chika, Toro. Okay, we've got another music video. If you're not watching the music video, it means it's been banned. Let's just call her Karolina. She's famous enough, she doesn't need a surname. And Chika, Toro, Woda no secret bang. Okay, it sounds like we're gonna get some Latin. Well, Chika, Toro itself is Latin sounding. Ooh, that's a nice little fluttery flute. Ooh, bit of reggaeton. I hope it's not gonna be 3 minutes on top of this. Her hair looks pretty luscious. I want to know what shampoo she's using. Yeah, bit generic. How many songs in am I? Have to admit, I'm not really hearing anything wow yet. I know there's a wow song later. This is my 6th song. This will bomb at Eurovision. It will come last. Relying too heavily on that reggaeton beat and that kind of identity. Melodically, there's very little happening. Throwing in a couple of bailas. I'm getting Alvaro Estrella flashbacks. Yeah, a little bit strange as well, coming from Poland as well, sending a Latin-inspired song. Yeah, I suppose there's no boundaries in music, you can sing whatever you want, but it does seem like a slightly odd juxtaposition. Oh, she's showing her boobs. Maybe they'll get a couple of votes. It's getting slight porn vibes. Ooh, are they robbing a bank or something? Yeah, that song was so linear. My god, like nothing happened in that. It was just, once the beat dropped, they just like left the room. The producers just went for a cup of coffee and came back 3 minutes later. Okay, let's go to the Szlachta sisters. Are they going to be like the Tomachevi sisters? Are they going to get 18-year-old girls who are going to get booed by a bunch of angry Eurovision fans? The song is called Drogowskazy, which doesn't sound great in English. Drogstones. Okay, I think I spelled it wrong. Oh, Drogowskazy. Yes, I did. I typed in the wrong word. It gave me drug signs. Okay, it means signposts. Do you want to know my secret bang? Was it say sisters? Oh, Szlachta must be sisters. Okay, we've got our first 70s, 80s song. Friends, we haven't had too many 70s, 80s songs this year. I suppose I can watch this video and try and practice my Polish pronunciation. I'm trying to make the most of the time. Pop drop. Suppose it's kind of disco-y with some violins in the back, which are fine. There's a lot of safe songs this year. There's nothing that's like very, very dismal. It's just nothing standing out enough, or like being attention grabbing, or having like a melodic line that's particularly earwormy. It's just like lots of too many 5 and 6s out of 10s. But a national final needs one song really. But it is nice to see a little bit more depth, especially from a country that's so strong in Junior Eurovision. I gotta admit, if I was the head of a delegation, I would forbid the good songs to go to Junior Eurovision. I would insist they went to Adult Eurovision, and then the second best song can go to Junior Eurovision. This feels like copy and paste on the first verse. Interesting. Yeah, sorry, that was just, I just zoned out. That was really boring. It was just the same, copy and pasted 3 times. I just stick by what I said. There's just too much middle voice stuff. Anyway, none of that matters because I promised myself I would wait 8 songs until I got to Christian Ochman, and the song was called River. Now, I know who Christian Ochman is because there was a lot of hype about him last year. There were rumors that he was going to be internally selected for Poland, and of course that wasn't the case in the end. It ended up being someone who I can't even remember. I don't think they did particularly well. Who was it last year? So, oh God, it was The Ride. Yeah, which I liked, but everyone else hated. And that was a Melfest song, Melfest reject song, like quite openly, so not even metaphorically. So I'm not sure what happened there. I wonder if it like fell through or whatnot. But he hasn't been internally selected this year, which I have to be. Well, I have to wait and actually hear the song. Yeah, I watched the song that people were talking about could be in the running. It was a black and white song with him on the piano. I can't remember the name of it. I thought it was very pretty. His voice was very striking. So I have seen of him before. Anyway, this is his song that he's going to submit. It's called River. It's written by him and Ashley Hicklin. Co-wrote the Belgian song Me and My Guitar by Tom Dice, 2010 Belgium, which I think came 6th. He also composed Universo by Spain, not as good. Run with the Lions, Lithuania 2019, really not as good. And Mother, Belgium 2014, awful. Okay, so that resume got worse and worse as we went on. And he co-wrote Austria's song last year. Okay, so really his resume for me is not great at all. I literally don't like any of them. But that doesn't mean that this could be the diamond in the rough. Christian Ochman, Wanna Know My Secret Back. Pretty piano beginning. And we've got some beautiful, expensive looking visuals. That is a great start. And the music video is very interesting. His voice is very strong. He sounds almost like an opera singer. Ooh, I wonder if he can pull this off live. That mix-up was unexpected. This is very strong so far. Ooh. Okay, slightly falsetto there. A very strange juxtaposition of the piano with the slightly falsetto and then that kind of like dancey beat as well. This is easily the best song so far. And I'm interested and excited to see where it's going next. Some of the melodies in the chorus are very, very pretty and earwormy. It's this really strange mix of different sounds. It's working for some more. They're not working completely against each other. It's definitely dramatic and it's got something special and unique to it. It's just miles above the rest. I don't know if I like super love it yet. I might. I'm not saying I definitely don't super love it, but it feels like it needs multiple listens. It's not easy to digest in one sitting. Some of these melodic dancing in the chorus is really, really, really great. I want a crescendo though. Okay, he's gone for a Duncan Lars ending. Yeah, very, 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 very interesting. Now, there's lots of elements to this. First of all, the visuals are very striking. They look very put together, they look elegant, expensive, and that gives me a lot of hope that if they were to win, which they are currently the favourite, I'm saying we, him and his team, they look like they've got an interesting starting point in terms of like color, story, visuals, where they're going in terms of like a feel. So I really, really, really like that. I wasn't 100% following what was going on. It looked like he was in a room with people who had their heads covered and they were bumping into him, etc. There was probably like a mystical story going on there, but it didn't really matter. It was just visually striking. So that's the first thing. He's got a very strong voice. It almost sounds like he's going slightly into opera, but he doesn't fully cross that line. So that's good because it doesn't take on some of the shtick that I suppose opera tends to have. The song is that interesting mix where you've got the piano and then we kind of get the dum 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 kind of like, is it slightly trappy? It's a slightly like dancey beat that comes in with that piano. There's some beautiful melodic stuff in the chorus. I'm largely feeling very positive to it. Definitely, it's easily the best song of the ones I've listened to. Like, I don't see anyone who's going to argue, well, yeah, I just think it's a bit of a no-brainer. Of those 8 that I've listened to so far, I've still got 2 left, of course. It didn't build in the way I wanted it to, and now, of course, there's still time, and he might add that into the live performance, because I get the impression he's a really, really competent singer. Sounds like he's like a real proper professional singer. But yeah, it didn't have that kind of crescendo I wanted. I didn't 100% know where I was in the song at some points, which is not always a great sign. So there's definitely small improvements that could be made, and there's obviously time. Poland aren't exactly known for their revamps. I can't think of a revamp. I think Donatello and Cloud did have a small revamp. But yeah, look, it's really, really great. I'm being very wary because of times last year when I reviewed songs which were hyped in the odds, and I felt like I kind of it's really hard to review something that you know is a favourite, because you don't want to just jump on the bandwagon, but then you also don't want to be too harsh. Look, I really enjoyed it. I didn't want it to end in a way which is good. I was like, he was throwing lots of new and interesting things at me, and I kind of wanted to have more of those. But overall, very, very, very much largely positive, I think. It's a little bit confusing to me so far why that hasn't been internally selected, but something like The Ride did get internally selected. So that's very, very strange to me. But we've still got 2 songs left. Maybe one of them was particularly good and they had 2 and they didn't want to discriminate someone. But yeah, I find that unusual. Let's go to Emilia Dębska. She's singing All I Need. Oh! It's almost midnight. I need to go to bed. Wanna know my secret bang? Now, it's going to be pretty hard to follow that, but let's say she can do. Oh, this is not what I wanted in my life. Okay, so we've got a piano ballad. It's fine. Sorry, I kind of zoned out a lot there. This is probably why I should have waited until last to do Christian song, because this feels a little bit in a lower league compared to it. It's not bad. It's pretty okay, I suppose. I suppose it's similar in a way. It's got that piano fusion with like a dancey element behind it. She looks like actually maybe she might have filmed it in the same place. Maybe they like did a buddy share on music videos. Oh, I'm ready for this to be over. Oh! Oh, wow, what a mix-up. Where'd that come from? Oh. Oh, okay, this got good real quick. Oh, I love this haunting, chanting vocal she's giving me. What the hell was that? Okay, that was really strange because, as I said, my new thing this year is instead of skipping a song, I just found the next song. And I thought the next song had played because there was this real sudden change up in the tone there, which I really, really enjoyed. I actually felt like a chorus song where the chorus came in. The Chorus, the Irish pop group. So, yeah, God, she totally won me over there then, but it took way too long to get there. So that's a little bit like, it's a little bit disappointing because if she'd given me that verse with that as a chorus 3 times and then a crescendo at the end, I actually probably would have been much, much closer to being sold. So very strange decision making there. So we've got the last person, it's Kuba with a surname. And the song is called Lovesick. And we've got a boy, which I suppose is nice because there aren't that many boys. How many boys have we had? Girl, 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 Christian, girl, girl, Kuba, Lovesick. Wanna know my secret bang? Hopefully he didn't just get him because he's a dude. It looks like he's filmed this on his phone. I like that he's filmed a video. Even though he's done it on his phone, it still gives me something to work with. It sounds dramatic, melodramatic. I'm still on board so far. Especially if it has a trashy beat. Come on, Pop Drop. That is this really Chinese pop drop. They love their thumpy pop drops. Yeah, it's quite enjoyable. Hit Me With Your Fever is probably on a perfect lyric nowadays. I suppose it's called Lovesick. Yeah, it has that kind of like thumpy Russia 90s feel. Yeah, I enjoy it. I'd probably put it in my top 4 or 5 because it's got an energy to it. La 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 la, Lovesick. He ran out of ideas halfway through writing the song. La la la, Lovesick, terrible. The videos feel a bit looping. I think they probably could have come up with a couple more ideas. That second half of the chorus I like, it's quite good actually, with it sounds like a distorted brass instrument. Okay, are we finished? Yay, we're finished. Okay, I've listened to 10 Polish songs. Okay, my top 3 is pretty easy. I think Krystian is like very obviously my number 1. I think that's gonna be a lot of people's number 1. I'm gonna check the odds quickly to see how is there even any competition. Oh my god, Daria with Paranoia second. Yeah, he's favorite, Daria second. Okay, so basically he needs to pull a Margaret to mess it up. But even Michael Spack, when he won in 2016, had a very, very earwormy song. The song that I liked second most was Ania, Byrcyn, which is currently 5th in the odds, but really there's a tie between 3rd, 4th and 5th. I thought that had some really, really pretty elements in it, and I really liked the visuals. And then my third song I would say would be probably the one with the Bum Bum Orchestra. Either that or Lovesick, I'd say they're joint there, but really none of them are close to Krystian Ochman. Even if the song, if I end up not liking it, it still feels like it's got a quality that's another level above the rest of them. So I want to go in and give it a couple of more listens because I found it kind of hard to process. There were lots of unusual things going on, kind of like juxtaposed of each other. Plus on top of the visuals were quite striking as well. So it felt like a little bit of an overload. In a good way though, I felt like there was lots of interesting stuff going on around me. So I'm actually going for a second quick listen now. I love how the beginning of it sounds a little bit like The Piano, the movie. The verse is really strong. Really strong. It piques your interest very quickly. Not as much of a fan as the bit where he goes up an octave. It does remind me a little bit of Caesar from Romania. The transition from the upbeat chorus into the soft piano is really well done and pretty. He's got so much to work with here in terms of drama that if he can pull it off in terms of a performance, okay, yeah, it's definitely a hit. That's great. I'll almost definitely download that, and I think that could definitely compete to be in my top 10 this year. It's just I picked up the chorus a lot easier the second time, the melodies and the chorus. His voice is so strong and dramatic, and it looked like he was acting a bit in the music video, and if he can bring that kind of intensity and like drama and urgency and sincerity, but it's gotta like, it doesn't have a melodramatic feel because the piano kind of grinds it in terms of being like a more serious. How great would it be if Poland could have some real world success? This is an absolute no-brainer for me that Poland need to choose this. It's just a little bit. Having said that, we said the same thing about Margaret. It was very obvious she was number 1 in the odds and they didn't pick that. So he does need to convert this into an effective live performance, and it's going to be really, really interesting to see what he does. He looks like he's very, very talented in many, many, many different facets. So I'm pretty confident that he'll be able to convert this. And I really, really hope he does, because I would like to see Poland do successful in Eurovision, because really they haven't been in the top 10 since Donatan and Cleo was robbed in 2014 of their proper televote. Let's have a look at Eurovision scoreboard. Okay, so this is my top 10 after listening to all the songs. And let's have a look at the community as well. Okay, let's have a look at the community. So the community's got Ochman in first, not as much I think as it should be. Over second place, Daria with Paranoia. She's second in the odds as well. I would be very disappointed with that one. I thought that was very, very mediocre. It was fine, but just quite generic. And then Kuba, the boy with the la 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 Lovesick beats at the end, is in third. It's a decent national final, nothing horrendous, a lot of mediocrity, and then one real standout song, which hopefully will win on Saturday. So that's what I think about Poland's national final. Please let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in another Eurovision React video very soon. Goodbye.